We are at COTA, yes. Uh, Now, I mean, for F1, we do have a telemetry, but we don't it I don't think we can set that up in the amount of time we have. Back down. Put your head back down. Yeah, if you have Van as a friend on Steam, he's in here. If not, I put my friend code in the tier 1 chat. That does happen. But you got time well, you have 12 minutes from what our rules say, so we might go before then if you get in, but we still got tons of people. I cannot. Maybe I can. They gave me a lot of, yes, it looks like I can drag people. But, mention me. Yep. It looked like you were joining, but you're gone now, so. Yeah, and then you just gotta set yourself up. There's a button aspect. There you go. I'll be right back.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the F1 2021 Tier 1 here at Apollo Racing Club. Tonight, round 4, and we're racing at Circuit of the Americas here tonight. It's the top level here of the Apollo drivers, and this is a fifth, it's what? Let's talk golf. I don't know if he's here or not yet. He had to run, but it's 5.5 kilometers in length. So quite a long track, obviously can provide some very good racing here. And in the here in the near future. So it's getting a repave. So qualifying coming very, very soon here. We got, looks like, oh man, he used to tell me how many drivers there were in the session, but both Ferraris are here tonight, both Alpines. Both Mercedes-Benz drivers are here tonight, as well as, is Red Bull here? No, only one Red Bull driver. Two Williams drivers are here, and Dengwu in the McLaren. So looks like we're almost ready to go here. Aslan in the Haas is here tonight. The action in the Red Bull. SoCal Blazer here in the Williams with the Vinny in the Mercedes, and Rickson in the other Mercedes. NYK in the Alfa Romeo. Juan Serra here in the Williams. It looks like so both Williams are here. Gore in the Ferrari tonight as well. Van in the Alpine, as well as Max in the Aston Martin. So, and Ruda in the AlphaTauri. He just showed up late. Who else do we have here? So yeah, Ruda's here in the AlphaTauri. So this will be very interesting. Last week, obviously not the best week for either teammates. Well, really, we didn't see a whole lot of a lot of cars finish. I think in the end, 4 cars ended up finishing the race. I can't remember how many started, but quite a few safety cars here last week. So it was an enjoyable race, and it only the podium finishers finishing the race at Monaco last week. It was quite a show. I will admit, I watched that and quite enjoyed myself watching it. So Ginger just showed up in the Aston Martin. So let's see here. If we look at the standings for right now, I probably won't show the graphic here, but I do have it. So the action in the Red Bull currently in P1. So that is he's been driving really well. So last week I think he finished for sure. So it looks like we're getting some check marks here, ready to go to qualifying. 18 minutes in qualifying. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of tire strategy we're going to see here. If the medium's going to be one of the quite a few people running on the medium tire to get most of the long run out of the way, and then switch the softs at the end, or do you go out on softs early, get pole position, but have to come in early? That's because we're not even in qualifying yet, so just letting people get in here. And here we go. 18 minutes on the clock for these drivers. And we are ready here for quite the qualifying round. All right, here we go into qualifying. 20 laps here at the Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas, with two DRS zones. Obviously, one down the front straight and then one on the back straight um, between turns 11 and 12. So we'll see a lot of action happening through there. And here we go. We have already a Red Bull out on to the circuit. And actually, it looks like a Ferrari. Is that Gore? Yes, it is. Gore was able just to get out just in front of him. So action's going to be a little cut off here in qualifying. He's not going to be happy about that. But he's going to get the draft going down the back straight, which will be very beneficial. Seen a lot of soft runners. NYK, for some reason, running intermediates. He will not. He'll have to come back in. Juan Serra, a little bit farther back in the pack. But let's see how this lap goes here for these drivers, getting those tires warmed up as they go down the back straight. NYK is, he's, I don't know what happened there. Get to put on intermediates in very warm conditions here. Just see the heat off the pavement. Let's see here, the McLaren still of Dengwu is in the pit still. Let's see, what about Van? Van just coming off the back straight. Gore's teammate, Feline Phenom, is going to go ahead and start his lap here very shortly. So Gore coming out just behind his teammate, and he'll go ahead and start his lap. And so does the action. Action coming up in the turn one with the DRS open. Does a nice job. Brakes very smoothly through there. Doesn't get any sort of oversteer coming down the hill. Keeps it on track. And this is when it gets sketchy. Going through the S's, because you think you can pretty much stay flat out, and look at the action. He has to shift down just a bit. Get through these last couple of corners in the S's, and then finally can really open the throttle after this part. It looks like Van is retiring from the session, so that's some yellow flags also coming out. And there's Feline Phenom now on the medium tires, qualifying on mediums. I think that's a great choice. Just now coming into the third sector here. Van just DNF'd. Okay. And there goes Feline just spinning right before the penultimate turn, coming out of the exit of 18 there. So that's unfortunate. Let's see the Haas. No, that's not what I was looking for, but it looks like Gore had to go off track, so his lap won't count. What happened to the action? The action actually goes P1 with a 132.6 coming across the line. He did not invalidate his lap. He'll try and get more time out of the car. Only the ride going P2 with a 133.03, and Juan Serra the 133.309. The Haas of Kag in this going P4 with a 134, and then Feline just now comes across the line with the 2-minute 3. All right, so he did not invalidate his lap, but not such a great time. Let's see where SoCal is coming out now. He's just coming through the final turn here, and he's going to put up a time of a 133.5 on soft tires, so he's going pretty quick. He'll be looking to also put more time in that car around the circuit. Definitely a lot more time he could probably find. Let's see here. Aslan now coming through sector 3. I think he's on a valid time. He's actually, yeah, he is on a valid time here. He's at a 122 coming into sector 3 now. Comes into the final turn, turn 20. And will come across the line and put up pole position with a 131.9 in the Haas. He is going to be happy about that. So obviously a lot more time to find if you're the action and only Rye, and if you're Gore, you haven't put up a valid lap yet, and now we only have 12 minutes to go. And if Aslan is already putting up a 131.9 this early in qualifying, that's going to be a tall order for some of these guys. Let's see here. Is Gore already back out? We have the the Alfa Romeo of NYK. He is now out on softs after his little mishap with some intermediate tires on dry. Ginger's still in the pits, so it looks like Gore's in the pits. Ruta's also in the pits, and now we're starting to see guys now starting to come out for their next runs here. Aslan not improving on the time that he put in last lap, but Feline Phenom on an invalid time. All right, we're seeing Rickson, and he hasn't put up a time yet. I think he's on a valid lap. He is indeed coming down the back straight here at Circuit of the Americas. Coming into turn 12 now. Does a nice job getting through there. And this is when things can get a little bit rowdy. I don't know if he'll be there in time, but at least getting a lap out on these soft tires. He already has one lap on him, so probably as warm as they're going to get right now. He is getting to sector 3 at about 122, like low 122s there, and now coming into the final turn. And he comes across the line and goes P3 with a 132.9. So right now he'll start on those tires. So now we're seeing some more guys come on out. We see Aslan, he's back in the pits, and now it's the action's turn to get the job done. Obviously, just saving that energy all the way through his outlet, but we're going to just watch him as he comes across the line to start his next qualifying session here, well, his qualifying run. He'll definitely want to get pole position here. I mean, he put up a pretty good time in the initial run, and then Aslan comes out of nowhere. Gore still in the pits, potentially looking at medium tires here. You just see how the action is navigating through here. Ooh, little braking moment there looked like, but coming through just fine though. Able to keep the car on track, that's the biggest thing. And now he's going from 10 into 11, and this is when the throttle can just open up and you can make up a lot of time. Takes the apex nicely. And now he's going down the back straight, and this gets the DRS wide open. Has quite a lot of energy still left, so we'll be able to make through these next few turns with a lot of energy. Gets to the DRS zone. Low lock up there, as I heard somewhat of a lock up. And now the action just trying to gain more time in that car, trying to take pole position away from Aslan in the Haas as he comes into sector 3. Oh yeah, he's quick. He is very, very quick coming down into the last turn here, turn 20. Can he get there in time? No, he does not, but he improves by 2/10 and holds on to P2 even more. Rickson ends up calling it a day. Thinks that's enough, and Max goes P2 now and steals it away from the action with a 132.1. And sorry, my bad, I didn't realize Ginger was already back out there, and Ginger now it comes up with pole position with a 131.4. So, let's see who else is out there. We have SoCal Blazer. SoCal Blazer in that Williams. He just came across the line to start his hot lap. His last lap time was a 133.5. And now he invalidates his time, and that's going to end that quali run there. So he has to get back into the pits this lap if he wants to get enough time to go around and potentially get a little bit more time out of the car. I wonder if the action's also coming in right now. And there goes Only Rye into the wall. And that is at turn 16, almost turn 16. And that's a session ender, I think, for him. It is. So that's going to cause a lot of people to slow up as there is a car that is down. See, Ruda, I think he just came out of the pits, potentially. Yeah, he did, so, because he's saving up energy. NYK, I don't think is saving energy here as he starts his first, well, this time lap here. It's 5 minutes to go. For qualifying's over. Still a couple of guys who have not put up a time. That's Gore, Van has DNF'd, and the Vinny in the Mercedes-Benz. He's put 2 laps on those medium tires, but has not put up a time. So probably time for him to almost pit and put on another set of tires and get back out there. So he'll have some more mediums at some point. NYK in P9 right now with a 133.4 as he comes into Sector 3. He's not even close to Sector 3 timing screen. Now he's coming in through Sector 3. There was the line right there. That was the DRS detection zone, excuse me. But now he's coming into the final turn on those soft tires. Can he get a faster time? He does. He goes P6 with a 132.6. He'll be happy with that because he doesn't have to worry about Rickson right now, but he has Ruda that could definitely put up 410s in the remaining 350 here. Now Feline Phenom coming across the line goes P10 with a 133.3 on those tires. Gore now coming out on an out lap. He'll be on the medium tires. Interesting choice. So everyone's still back in the pits, but we're seeing guys come on out. Max has come back out. It looks like the action has stayed in for the time being. And Ginger has stayed in as well. So we have only Max who's currently out with Dengwu and Gore and the Vinny. So hopefully looks like NYK, he'll probably go back into the pits and try and make it. It's going to be tight to get an outlap in before qualifying ends if you're going to pit again. and get another set of tires, but looks like Ginger has also come out now. And the action. Two-stopper race, probably. Could see that happening. You will see, like, if people are starting on softs, they could probably, yeah, they could two-stop it. Unfortunately, I kind of had this last minute and didn't get everything that I needed downloaded to do all the actual looking at like tires and all the telemetry and everything. So kind of made it a little more difficult to look at right now. So so I do apologize about that. Maybe not. You're exactly right. Or righteous, you are exactly right. The action now going to be crossing line to start his hot lap here. Now a minute 13. So if you're not out now, you're done. Your qualifying run is over, and you are where you are basically. So Max was the first man to start his qualifying lap out of the group in the top 4. Aslan, he's just still on an out lap. Where is he? He's coming into this, just coming out of turn 12, it looks like. So hopefully he can get going here. Let's see where Max is at. Last week, Max crashing out in turn 1 at Monaco. Turn 1, lap 1, start of the race. And, I mean, last week was last week. I can't... It was just not. It was a race for sure. Michael Massey would have said, "This is a motor race." That was we went car racing. Max coming across the line. He goes P2 with a 131.5. Ginger still holding on to the pole position. Was Ginger out in front that entire time? There's no way. Looks like the action trying to find extra time through here as well. Gore has retired from the session. He'll start P11, it looks like. And yep, that's the actions run over. Aslan, he's on an invalid time. He'll remain P3. So Ginger takes pole position. Unless this is really bad 2-minute delay, but I don't think it is. But Ginger will take pole position with a 131.4. Max will take P2 with a 131.5. Aslan P3, 131.9. The action with a P4, 132.4. Only Rye, 132.5 in P5. NYK in P6, the 132.6. The Vinny getting up in the P7 with a 131.6 in the Mercedes. Rick's son ends up falling another place because Ruda ends up stealing the position. I didn't even realize Ruda was to the line in time. Now we're seeing Juan Sarek. Can he jump positions here? He does! He steals P8. Wow. So there we go. That is your qualifying completely done and over with. Ruda ended up stealing P8 for just a moment. Juan Sarek steals P8. Ruda in P9. Rickson in now P10. That's your top 10. Gore obviously in that P11. Well, there we go, folks. That is our qualifying run. Well, our qualifying done. Obviously, Ginger putting up a time that was a 10th quicker. Well, there is the qualifying order. Ginger, Max, Aslan, The Action, Only Right, NYK, The Vinny, One Sarah, Ruda, Rickson, Feline Phenom, Gore, Keg, Hidden, is it Keg? I'm just going to call him Keg in the Haas, and SoCal Blazer. Dangwoo and Van. So, Van going to be starting in the back of the pack, but looks like the top two quite close to each other by a tenth. P3, Aslan in that third position there. Unfortunately, he didn't get really get to run another qualifying lap in that time. He ended up invalidating. Cool, Keg. Thank you. I'm not even gonna try and say that real quickly. I will fumble my words on that one, sir. That's no disrespect to you. It's just straight up will happen. So, but obviously some good qualifying in that session. But now it's race time, folks. And last week, we won't hopefully see a repeat of last week. And that's what I'm kind of really hoping for. Let's see if we can get all 16 cars home this evening here at Apollo Racing Club. It's round 4 here at Apollo Racing Club Tier 1 F1 at 2021. We would like to give a thank you to Grid Finder. We're a Grid Finder approved league, and you can start your sim racing career today at gridfinder.com. A lot of good things there. Turn 1 can be pretty carnage if you go in 12 wide. Thanks, JA Games. Thanks. Is this round 5? I have no idea. I did not set the titles, so I do apologize. But right now, the Action currently the points leader in P4, so he'll be looking to try and potentially win this race to keep his lead. But anything can happen now. What are we seeing here? Are we just seeing guys disconnect? Is the lobby broken? Just making sure. So that gets on stream. I'm not sure what's supposed to happen right now. No one's come in and talked to me. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to something else. So wait, what is happening right now? Can someone explain to me what is going on? Thank
Hey,
you.
yo.
What's up?
Can you see the tier 1 channel or no?
So I can't while we're in the race because
Okay.
my thing is full screen, but I have a different account on
Is
my other computer. So what's going on?
do
The lobby just bugged.
okay? Do
So,
I need to fix it? Give me a sec.
yeah.
Oh,
Um,
so
you have to get the results from stream, I guess.
I have them.
All right, folks. So we are gonna rebuild. We're gonna just redo the lobby. Codemasters things have happened, and of course, one person left, and all of a sudden, more people started to leave, and then all of a sudden, the formation lap started. So, um, so of course, we're gonna get a new lobby started. So, of course, joining me right now, who's also helping remaking that lobby, is Let's Talk Golf. Qualifying was interesting.
Saw
So,
DNF. How did that happen?
who?
I saw a DNF. How did that happen?
I well, that's Van. That's just Van. Sometimes, I mean, it's F1 2021 too. Sometimes you're just gonna DNF in qualifying. Luckily, he'll have a decently long race in ACF1. He had a decent race, so he knows he is quick. I can tell you that he is a very quick man. So he'll be disappointed in that though, crashing in qualifying. So is Van in your lobby, sir?
Uh, Van is in my lobby, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I got where I needed to. So, and since you're focused on doing that, um, focus on that when you need to. So, but I'll just continue going on about how good qualifying was. We saw Aslan going P3. Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry. Golf, I just wanted to remind you
They're good to
Oh,
so.
all right. We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Of course, things happen. Of course, in this game, a lot of things happen that are out of our control. So, of course, Ginger on pole position. Let's talk golf. I don't know how you obviously are attending to some other business, so if you have to go, you'll have to go. Um, so I want to make sure. So if you're available, you're definitely more than welcome to join us here tonight.
Well, thank you, but unfortunately, I probably have to get off voice. But I will keep an eye on the lobby for you, and if anything else comes up, let me know.
Sounds good, sir. Have a great night, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
Have a good one.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here once again for the race now. There will not be a formation lap. We are not going to do that in this. Just want to get on with the race here. And chat, what is your prediction tonight? Who is going to take home the United States Grand Prix here at Apollo Racing Club Tier 1 in F1 2021? "28 laps here at the Circuit of Americas. 28 around the circuit. Of course, all the cars on equal performance, so we'll see. We might see a Haas on the podium again. Now, everyone getting ready to go here as we start a 28 lap race around the Circuit of Americas. This will be very, very interesting to see how this race goes. I know a lot of guys are wanting to be fast on this track, and definitely you can make up some positions in race. Of course, we saw this past season Max Verstappen have what I thought was a really good drive and kept back Lewis Hamilton for the victory, and that was a very good race. I thought that was quite the welcome back to the United States here to F1. Just making sure everybody gets loaded in here. Of course, pit strategy going to play key into this. We saw a lot of guys run on softs instead of the medium tires. It'll be very interesting to see what those guys are going to start looking at. If they're going to try maybe two-stop this race, definitely could see that. Could definitely see one stop for sure as well, depending on how you play your strategy. So, but if you can make those softs last a long time, you could definitely come back and run those mediums to the end on a one stop. But you have to run those softs pretty long. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And lights out, and away we go here at the Circuit of Americas. It looks like Ginger got off to a bad start. Max is going to go ahead and take the lead from him before turn number 1. And the action trying to get into this mess as well. He's up in the P3, the Vinny up in the P4, but he's racing the action down into the S's. Now we're seeing Aslan. He had a really bad start in P6. He had lost a lot of positions through there. And Juan Serra now as well, not doing so hot either. Looking throughout the field here, Ruda and Juan Serra having a battle. Juan Serra back still in P8, P9, Ruda. So those guys are battling as they come down the straight. Looks like Ruda's going to try and make his move. Coming down the back straight into turn number 12. And he gets it done even before the braking zone. And he picks up P8. He really wanted that P8. The Vinny now having a battle with the action. These guys are having quite the fight here in the podium position. We're seeing Aslan. He's right on the tail. Excuse me, that's NY. Is that Aslan or NYK? It's both of them. We're right on the tail of this Mercedes of the Vinny. And this is where things are going to get a little crazy. There looks like a move by NYK, but he's not close enough to get it done. Only Rye lost 2 positions on the start. He's trying to chase down. Well, who is that? That's the McLaren. That's Gore in front of that McLaren. So it's going to be Smithy who's having a battle with Feline Phenom. She is down 2 positions here. Aslan looking around the outside as they come down in the turn number 12. He and the Vinny are just having a race in those Mercedes. And the Vinny currently up 3 positions off the start. NYK remaining basically in P6. He's just watching this battle unfold. And no, he's going to go into the wall. Oh, that is NYK into the wall. Still able to keep going. Dangwu all the way back towards the back straight. So in P16 must have a spin. There's your pit stop strategy. A potential soft medium coming our way. But Max currently out in front of his teammate Ginger. And Ginger's gaining time. Now 5/10s back in the S's. The Vinny chasing down the action, and Aslan now still pretty far back of P3, but definitely still trying to, oh, looks like what happened to the Vinny? The Vinny has gone off. And Feline Phenom, she is going to DNF as well. The Vinny ended up spinning or something. That's going to bring out a virtual safety car because of Feline Phenom. And Smithy picking up a 5-second penalty for ignoring ignoring yellow flags. But a virtual safety car will bring this race basically to a halt here. 3 laps completed out of the 28 we are racing here. And here we go. We are back to it. DRS is going to be enabled this lap. And Ginger, he's hot on the heels of his teammate now. 0.6 of a second. Lost a little time in that safety car. The action 2 seconds back. Aslan 1.4 seconds back. Interval wise. I can't remember what the hotkey was to switch the interval to gaps. My apologies. And there goes Van as well. Van's going to DNF from this race as well. That's going to bring out a yellow flag in Sector 1. And it looks like no safety car needed. So we are back to racing. Ginger is still within DRS range. Now 3/10 off of his teammate. Coming into turn 12. He's just getting ever so closer as these laps go on. Wonder if there's going to be some team orders happening at Aston Martin. I guess that's right. Okay. So the intervals right now, so the action's 2.2 seconds back. Aslan is 1.1 seconds back off of the action. Ginger's chasing down his teammate. He wants this race win, I think. 100%. And now we're seeing Ruda and Only Rai have a battle. Looked like Ruda just had a really bad exit out of turn number 1. And Only Rai going to take P5. Actually, no, these guys were battling. Ruda was only in P6 still. So these guys have been battling for a while. Only Rai holding on to P5 here. Ruda only 3/10 off the rear end of Only Rai in that Alpine. So the AlphaTauri trying to speed all the way down. Ruda still within DRS range, 5/10 off the rear end of Only Rai. And here we go. Well, Ruda, not a great exit coming down the back straight, but he's going to still keep that DRS, so he'll gain that time back. He's going to have to stick with Only Rai through these last few corners if he wants to have a chance in the turn 1 again. But now the Gore currently up in the P7. He is chasing this fight down. He's 1.6 seconds off of Ruda. And now Aslan is getting closer to the action. Almost a second. He's not going to get DRS this time by here. Or does he? No, he did not. So he's going to have to use all of his energy here. So he's using that overtake button. You see the green on the left of your screen there on the speed trace and the telemetry on screen. The action now, still holding on to P3. Ginger still behind his teammate. I wonder if he's going to try and maybe run those softs a little bit longer and maybe, just maybe, perform a potential overcut or force his teammate into a long run as well. So seeing this battle between Ruda and Only Rai, and of course there is Gore in the background. Now Ruda's going to make his move, coming down in a turn 12 and gets it done. But he has to be careful. Only Rai looking to make a move back, doesn't quite trigger it right there. But he's going to stay hot on the heels of Ruda, and this is where things can get a little bit spicy as they're coming towards the end of their lap. They'll come down the final turn, and hopefully Ruda can pull out a second gap before them, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. No, it is not. They are already in the DRS detection zone. Oh, excuse me, there's the DRS detection zone, and obviously not happening just yet. 8/10, but Only Rai getting the DRS. Oh, my apologies. Only Rai comes in the turn number 1. Remains 8/10 back, so he is losing Ruda here. Ginger getting so much closer to his teammate now. Only still about 5/10, but was up to 4/10 at one point. Ginger falling now a little bit back, coming down the back straight. Has that DRS wide open, he's gaining a lot more time again. Still just staying close behind. The action now 1.9 seconds back of Ginger, and Aslan back 1.1 seconds, so still not able to get in that DRS range just yet. I wonder if the tires are starting to get in a position where they're not going to be nearly as quick as they were early. Gore now, he's 1.2 seconds off of only Rye. Looks like Ruda was able to pull a 1.3 second gap. The Vinny currently 2.2 seconds back off of Gore, and Smithy now only 9/10, so he'll have DRS when he comes around the final turn. Oh, did he just lose it right there? Oh, and also the Vinny picking up a 3-second time penalty for track limits, so Smithy getting that DRS coming down the front straight, so that's going to help him out as he gets into turn number 1. This Aston Martin battle is not really turning much into anything, just close, just keeping each other close here, but the action has picked up 3/10 here in the first couple of corners. The first 10 turns here has gained 7/10 of a second basically through there. Now it's about 6-7/10, so he loses them a little bit coming down into turn number 11, excuse me, turn 12. And now Gore has passed only Rye for 6th place, so Gore, he is gaining positions fast on those medium tires, and that's what his strategy was probably hoping for. Just get by as many people as possible on the medium tires, and when you come in the pit for those soft tires, you will be very, very quick, and you'll probably be quicker than everybody else, and put his chances of getting a win here very good. He's gaining a lot of time. He's not too far off the leaders now. So the leaders are not even turn 1. He's just coming out of the last turn. The action still trying to cut into the gap in front of him. He wants in on this party. He wants to maybe disrupt this Aston Martin battle. Maybe prevent and maybe get through there. So maybe one of them makes some mistakes in the pit lane, and he'll gain a free position or win this race. He is very quick. He is the current leader in the standings. So, like I said, he probably wanted to win this race to continue to maintain his lead. Ginger still just maintaining that gap of 0.5 a second here. Oh, it looks like Smithy's trying to make a move here. He's right on the tail end of the Vinny. It looks like Smithy coming into the pits now. See what happens here. So we are getting into those pit cycles on lap 10. And NYK also coming, only right going into the pit, switching to mediums as well. Only right, Smithy in the pits, so Aslan dropped into the pits to put on fresh medium tires. Now there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that? That is Ruda. Ruda going very slow here and has lost 2 places back down to P6, and Gore P4. on 9-lap-old medium tires. He's going to try and catch this pack here, probably 8.4 seconds. It's quite a tall order to ask while we're in the pit window. We'll be very interested to see how long these Aston Martin drivers will go. Because now the action also losing a bit more time now through some of these turns on those tires. Now we're 10 laps old, 10 lap tires. NYK has fallen down to P8 once here, and P9 rooted down to P10 after pitting for fresh, soft tires. Let's see here. The action's still just maintaining this. So, it looks like a lot of the soft tire runners have pitted. I do. That's my fault. I didn't have time to get everything all completely set up the way I liked it, so for streaming. Aslan now picking up another position over SoCal Blazer, running P7 in the Williams, and NYK trying to also gain position, but he's on 10-lap-old soft tires. Gore still running those medium tires. Where is the gap now? 9.4 seconds. Again, last week, Gore crashing on the final lap. The action, though, has cut the gap down. Now we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Who is that? That's Ruda again. Ruda having a very difficult time on fresh, soft tires. He luckily was in DRS range of somebody. Was able to capture that. But the interesting part is if Action can catch up to this battle, which he is, 1.1 seconds here, strategy is definitely going to come into play. Now Action in DRS range already. Max is into the pits on 12-lap-old soft tires. That's what I thought. But also Ginger getting the DRS as his teammate went into the pits. So Ginger is going to stay out longer here, but the Action moves up in the P2. Gore moving up in the P3. He'll be pitting here very shortly, probably. I'm guessing... Yeah, they're probably going to one-stop, so... And Gore could one-stop, too. He's already gained up to... He's in the podium position now, and he can just continue the run for a few more laps. That's something to keep in mind. Oh, a three-car battle here, as we are seeing the Aston Martin of Max getting between Aslan and Vinny. as they come down the back straight. DRS open and up. Aslan gonna get past Vinny, and Max is also gonna get the pass done. And that's, wow, that's what you like to see. Now we're gonna see Max and Aslan battle this out. Now Ginger has pit. Gore has stayed out. He'll take the lead of this race. The action has also pitted to fresh medium tires. And that's going to create a little bit of chaos now, because now Gore's going to have to just push. Max is still 7 seconds behind. He'll retake the lead of this race, though, away from Ginger. Ginger currently 0.8 off, but Aslan is right on their tails. And guess where the action is? 1.3 seconds back. As well, Aslan getting body blocked everywhere here by other cars. He thought he could maybe take that P3 away from Ginger, but Ginger just very quick coming out of the pits. Gore is just going to have a great performance here if he wants to take the win, but he has the lead. Starting P11, by the way. The action was able to grab DRS down the back straight. Ginger as well. So we have almost 2 seconds between Max, Ginger, Aslan, and the action. Oh, and there goes Aslan. Aslan has spun it, and that's unfortunate, because now he's going to fall back away from this pack, and this gives a chance for action now to catch up to Ginger and Max. Sarah's now going to go into the pits. We'll see him go to fresh mediums probably. The action's going to have to really push here. I don't think... Is he on medium? Yeah, he's on fresh medium. So all these guys are on the same tire here. Gore is now falling back just a bit. 6.7 seconds to him and Max. That's not going to be enough to keep him in the lead, but that should let him be in P6 probably? Maybe just right at P8, potentially. That would be interesting. Sector 3, yellow. That's Ruda again. Ruda having a very difficult time here this evening at Circuit of the Americas. Check on this battle for P8. Smithy and the Vinny. The Vinny, he's been pretty quick today. Very happy to see that. So he's currently P9 though. He's been P5. Driver of the day to Dangwoo. Going 12 laps, and now the Vinny getting that DRS down the front straight makes the move look very, very easy coming into turn number 1. So he'll move up into P8, and that's what you like to see from the Mercedes-Benz. His teammate ended up not racing tonight after qualifying. Gore is losing even more time to the guys in behind him. I think he's just trying to get those medium tires pretty much to the end of their life. to make sure those soft tires stay very fresh, because he knows he can definitely do some damage. If he gets on fresh softs. And Ruda, again, he is out of this race. He will have a DNF. He'll remain in that 14th position. And now Gore comes into the pits. And he will say, that is enough for me. I am going to call it a day. And that's what he does. That's what Ruda does. And now Max, he'll retake the lead of this race. Where does Gore come out? He's already left the pits, or has he? No, he's just leaving the pits. So it stays in P. Well, he goes down to P6. A P6 to him right now probably doesn't mean a whole lot. So he wants to potentially get back into the lead of this race on those soft tires. This might be a good strategy call from him. The action right now. Currently in P3, gaining his time back that he lost on the first couple of laps early here. Now the gap coming down to 2.2 seconds. It was at 2.5 not too long ago. And now Ginger's making a move. And he gets it done. Couldn't even see that happen. I thought they were just playing team games. But Ginger passes Max for the lead of this race. And Ginger now gonna try and drive away from his teammate. He qualified on pole here today. Max got him on the start, and now Ginger currently looking at winning this race now. And Ginger with the fastest lap of the race. Now, what a lap from him. And he's pulling away from his teammate. His teammate's now back almost a second. And the action has lost about 2/10 in that time frame to Max. And now we see a yellow flag. Sector 3, that is the McLaren of Smithy. Actually, no, it's not Smithy. Who is that? Oh, it's Dangwoo. Excuse me, Dangwoo. He is out of this race, and now Gore picks up a 3-second time penalty for off track. He was able to put in the fastest Sector 1 time. You jinxed him all right. NYK on the rear end of Kegs. And this is going to be a battle coming down the back straight. Can the move get done by NYK? Benny passing only right in the meanwhile. This is for P9. NYK gets it done with the DRS. NYK in the P9. Max losing almost another 10th here. He's now down a second. He has DRS. He's going to try and stay in the DRS zone, but I don't think it's going to happen. When they come through turn 1, the action now losing even more time. 2.6 seconds back. And now Gore taking up the fastest lap time with a 1:33.3 in the Scuderia Ferrari. Only ride. Currently in P7. The Vinny has gotten quite the gap, 1.2 seconds. SoCal Blazer, he's trying to make up some time. He's currently 3 seconds. Okay, he's trying to make another move, but NYK was able to keep it in hand. And now we're seeing what happened. Oh, NYK. What happened to NYK? Unless this is a Cody's thing. Because now Smithy is... What just happened? Now Gore moving up a position. This is a battle here, folks. Aslan trying to stay on the tail of Gore, but Gore is fighting back. He's not going to allow him to pass. He wants to get into the podium tonight. He's now 8.5 seconds off the action. Smithy picking up a 3-second time penalty or multiple warnings. Aslan now looking down the inside in turn number 1. Gets very close to Gore, but Gore keeps his line. He continues on here. The action is hoping that battle continues. He wants to stay on the podium here, but Gore on those soft tires is going to be very quick. But Aslan, he's trying to fight back. Can he get there in time? He's going to probably have the DRS coming down the back straight. He has to get in that draft. So there's the detection zone. So yes, he's going to get in the DRS. He's going to breathe a sigh of relief. Gets that DRS down, has his overtake button on. He's getting the draft. Gore takes the inside line. Can Gore hold on to it? Yes, he does. Aslan can't find a way through on Gore just yet, but was able to gain so much more time back. And Max now 1 second back. Action 2.5 seconds back. Looks like our scoreboard decided to stop working for a while. And there goes Aslan now picking up a 3-second time penalty or multiple warnings. So Lavinia up to 12 seconds. Aslan up to 6 seconds now. And Gore up to 3. And now Ginger, he's going to let his teammate by. Was that even remotely planned? Okay. And he gets the DRS. What a good teammate there. Max takes the lead again here at the United States Grand Prix here at Apollo Racing Club. Tier 1 F1 2021 action. Gore now 7 seconds off of the action. The action gains a little bit more time now. He's 1.9 seconds back, almost just about 2 seconds back, as Ginger is 0.9 seconds back. Now Juan Serra trying to chase down the Alpine of Only Rye. Only Rye was able to get DRS. Looks like his back wing was open. I don't know how he would have had it open. Will Ginger take... Will there be... team orders, right? Yeah, I think that was some team orders. That was some interesting tactics there by the Aston Martins. But now the action. His tires are coming alive here. Now we have a yellow flag. Sector 3. And that is NYK, and he's going to call his day done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DNFs here this evening. That will not bring out the safety car. That would have been a no, Mikey, no moment. The action pulling in very well here. I want to watch this battle as it goes on. Just look at how much time he is gaining onto the back of this pack. Doesn't quite get in the DRS that time, so Max is going to be able to get away for the time being. With the action, he wants a chance here to get second place or even the race win because he's keeping up with the leader. SoCal trying to battle it out here for P7 with Smithy. He's going to get that DRS as they come down the front straight. Gets a slipstream. He's going to take the outside. Smithy to the inside. They're going to go around turn one. Smithy stays ahead through turn one, but SoCal is going to be right behind him here. And the action now moves into DRS range. He gets the DRS wide open, but is he going to be close enough for a move? Does Ginger make a move? No, he does not. SoCal trying to get within range. They're making a move on this McLaren as they come down towards turn 11. SoCal will have the DRS. Is he going to be in range, though, to make a move? He's now 6/10 back. He gets that DRS wide open. Getting the slipstream, getting the slipstream, getting the slipstream. He's going to move down the inside. Does he get it done? He does. But Smithy takes the inside line. Now the action, he's falling back a second. There are your penalties. The action trying to get into DRS range again. He wants a chance. He's within that chance. Gore now has an incredible lead over Aslan. 15 seconds. He isn't too worried about his penalty. But if he catches up here in the last 4 laps, which I don't think it's going to be enough, very interesting. The action losing a little bit of time here to the leaders. The Vinny 6/10 now off of Aslan, and he has that DRS. No, he does not. He's actually just using that overtake. Aslan moves to the inside. Vinny to the outside. The Haas stays ahead here, but that's going to put a switchback move on here. Here comes Vinny. He's going to stick wheel to wheel on the outside. Does he hold it? Yes, they do. They're going to remain side by side. Vinny holds on to the position. P5. And the Ginger goes into the wall. Ginger into the wall. As he was trying to make a move on his teammate, he goes into the wall. He is out of this race, and that's going to bring out the safety car. What just happened? Gore into a podium position. This is going to bunch up the field, though. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, it's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix all over again. Gore is not P1. One thing to keep in mind here, folks, as I'm being told by a DM from Let's Talk Golf, SoCal Blazer, currently does not have a penalty. He's in P5 right now. If he can find a way to maintain the gap, he could potentially move up a couple more places. The action, he gets it. What did I just miss? The action, he's going to take the lead of this race on tires, on a pit stop. Gore shouldn't have pitted. What do you mean? He's not on fresh softs. The action makes a pass in the pit lane, and we have a new leader, folks. It's the action. It's the championship leader. Wow. Okay. All right, Tier 1. Making it spicy. Folks, I have never seen something like this in this level. I've seen lots of accidents. I've seen crazy storylines just become crazier. And this, I don't know fully the storyline here. I can tell you what, the action making the pass in the pits, that's something worth to celebrate. That was quite the move. Red Bull is going to be happy about that because putting the action in a position to win this race now. Safety car in this lap. Max in P2, Gore in P3. He has a time penalty of 3 seconds. The Vinny, 16 second time penalty for Vinny. SoCal Blaze, currently in P5, no penalty, 7 lap old softs. Aslan pitted for fresh softs. He's in P6 along with Smithy in P7 and only Ryan P8. So here we go, folks. We're going to get a restart. Safety car heads to the pit lane. Everybody trying to get those tires warmed up. Here we go. The restart is on Gore. He's trying to get it right back on the bumper of that Aston Martin. Gore, he's getting the slipstream in the turn one. Max doesn't have it here. Gore looking down the inside. Does he make the move happen? No. Yes, he does. He's still side by side, though, as they come down the hill. SoCal Blaze drops 2 positions. And Gore, he snatches P2. Now he has to drive 3 seconds away in 2 laps. If he gets past the action and gets 3 seconds, he'll win the race. Aslan now on the bumper of Vinny. Tries to look down the inside, but Vinny has a better run on the exit of turn 10. Now they come into turn 11. No DRS this lap. Aslan get a little bumpy on their rear end there. Yes, be careful. Doesn't want to lose that front wing. Doesn't want to have a wreck here. DNF. Vinny looking down the inside. Does Aslan make the move here? Can he go side by side? Coming into turn 11. Tries to, doesn't, makes contact with that rear right tire. And Aslan, he looks down the inside. Does he make the move happen? He does. And now the McLaren of Smithy makes a move on the inside. Aslan off the track. Everybody off the track. Gore now 6/10 off of the action. The action driving away with this. Looks like Max is trying to stick within Gore. He's 6/10 off of Gore here. And now Vinny picking up more time penalties. 18 seconds for the man. But Gore picks up the fastest lap time. Make sure to vote for your driver of the day. We'll name someone for driver of the day here shortly. Final lap. My throat got so dry there. Gore trying to maintain P2, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's not gaining enough time behind him unless Max makes a mistake. The action. Ooh, the action and Gore even closer now. This is going to get great. Final lap racing. The Vinny trying to make a move, but that's not going to really mean much at the end of this race. Vinny gets it done, but only Rai fights back. He's going to stay in P6. And here comes the action around turn 19 into turn 20. And the action will come across the line to win the United States Grand Prix. Max in P2, Gore in P3 because of penalties. Smithy will move into P4, Aslan in P5. SoCloud Blaze will actually move up into P5 as well as Aslan falls down to P6. Keg moves into P7. And my oh my, what a race ending of a race that was. But our race winner, not this Haas of course, was, of course, the action. Driver of the day according to the game, Smithy. I'm going to give it to him. Gained 11 positions in that race. Wow, what a remarkable job from him. The action, getting the pass in the pit lane, and he becomes the victor of today's race. And we'll talk to the action here in just a moment. But celebrations are on at Red Bull. Once again, your final order. The action, Max, Gore, Smithy in P4, SoCal Blazer in P5, Asling falls to P6 off of time penalties. Kegs in P7, only Ryan P8, Juan Cero will finish in P9, the Vinny in P10 off of his 18-second time penalty. Ginger did not finish this race, neither did NYK, Denwu, Ruda, Van, and Phelan Phenom. So let's see if we can get the action moved in. I do apologize. I have to switch to a different screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the action. Our race winner. Action. You pulled off the move of the century so far, making a pass in the pit lane. How was that for you?
Yeah, gave it everything in that pit lane. I just kind of lucked out. I think he got held up or something, but it worked out in my favor, so I will take it.
You will take it. You drove with a lot of aggression today. You were, seemed like in the early parts of after the pit stops when you switched on the mediums, it seemed like that pace was gone a little bit, but then you started to catch up towards the latter end of that race. Did you feel like you were going to win this race tonight?
I didn't think the win was on. I was hoping, maybe if someone ahead of me caught a 3-second penalty, that's what I was kind of rooting for. But I was just trying to keep it consistent, make sure I'm locking in that podium. But yeah, that pit lane thing just worked out in my favor. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Max crashing not Max, Ginger crashing.
Yeah.
It brought out the safety car. At that, what were you thinking of potentially pitting or staying out, or was it just straight up like, okay, we're pitting because of the safety car?
Yeah, I think the gap to fourth place was like pretty lengthy, so I knew I had pretty much a free pit stop. And then I saw Max in front of me pit, so it was kind of a no-brainer. And then it was just a battle, on those fresh softs between the three of us at the front there.
Well, action, you maintain the championship lead here. Next week, where are we at next week? I actually have no idea.
I think it's off next week and then Spa, I believe.
Spa, all right. So are you prepping for Spa already? Are you going to try and take the T1 title this year?
I'm going for that title. Yeah, we'll see what I can do. Probably give it a week off and then, yeah, get back to it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, the Action. Thanks, Action, for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. I want to bring up Gore next, because Gore deserves something at least from that drive. Just message him real quick. Oh, no, never mind. He just started live streaming. Okay, never mind. So we won't talk to Gore. But congratulations to the action. And thank you so much for everybody at home for watching tonight. This week is ACF 1. No ACF 1 on Wednesday. But we will have IndyCar back on Thursday night. Our iRacing IndyCar League, and then Saturday night for the BMW ACC Cup. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Make sure to hit the follow button, hit that like button on YouTube, and we hope to see you next time right here at Apollo Racing.